What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez, back today with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at the King Jabez. And for those who want to talk to me one-on-one, I do offer consultations. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. Today's video is entitled, Chosen Ones. This is what they feel when they're in your presence. Let's tap in today. When you are an individual who is a person who carries himself or lives at a high frequency, right, at a high vibration, a person who has spiritual power, right, as they say in the Indian culture, ojas, or brilliant power, a person who has a developed mind, developed body, healthy, intelligent, good looking, capable. This would create a number of emotions in people when they're in your presence. And they will often project their insecurities onto you. So one of the emotions they will feel in your presence is they may feel inferior. You can tell when someone is at a higher level than you in any capacity, whether that be through sports, music, business, spiritual growth, intelligence, education, wealth, status, or whatever it may be. You can understand when an individual is at a higher level than you. A person that, for example, meditates every day, consistently, 20 minutes to an hour on a consistent basis, people are going to feel the energy when you enter a room. Because you're tapping into your spirit each day, and it's going to be felt by your aura energy. The energy that surrounds you when you enter into a space. So when in other words, people react to us. Right? You create a reaction in people. And for some people, it may be a reaction of inspiration. They feel inspired. That's the way you should feel anyway, by the way. Whenever you see someone doing something better than you, and you're doing the same type of work, as Malcolm X said, they're doing something that you're not doing. And so rather than get jealous or to minimize or to try to deflect, gaslight people, stuff people do, rather than do any of that, why not just simply say you are inspired? So I want to give you some homework. If you ever find yourself feeling a way about anybody, honestly, what you should tell yourself to check yourself. What I have to tell myself to check myself whenever I feel a way about an individual is, you know what? I'm not jealous. I'm inspired. This person has motivated me to read more. This person has motivated me to go hard in the gym. This person has motivated me to get more developed with my business. This person has motivated me to get a counselor, to get a mentor, to get some therapy, to get some type of leadership in my life. This person has motivated me to go to school and get a formal education. That should be your mindset when you see someone doing something well. You may feel jealousy. They may feel angry. Some people get angry when you're around. And they're angry because, there's something about you that's causing them to reflect on their life. You see what I'm saying? And so it creates an anger in some people. And that anger, sometimes people will lash out. This is why people lash out and things happen that shouldn't happen. Your presence can create positive admiration. People will see you in there, especially you ladies, who have beauty. Beauty is a business, right? That's obvious. Billion-dollar industry. And when a woman has that naturally, and she's able to enhance that with some makeup or, perfume, outfits, heels, nails, whatever a woman does to improve her appearance, that will naturally draw the admiration of a lot of women because they want that, right? That's natural. But with the admiration sometimes comes this jealousy. And there's a thin line. I keep on teaching this because it's important. There's a thin line between admiration and jealousy and hatred. And that has been my experience too. People who sometimes come around and they admire whatever I'm doing, right? And before you know it, they want to do it themselves. And then they start undermining what I got going on. I've seen that happen in my life, not just online, but just in real life over and over again. People come around initially as a fan, supporting, rocking with you. And they get so upset about that, they now want to be you. And so they're trying to copy your whole persona. So you have to be careful, people too, who come on so strong right away. They admire everything about you, because whenever a person comes around and they have this much admiration right away, that often turns into jealousy and competition, strife. Now they want to undermine you. Now they have to try to act like you got a problem. Now they're acting like you're copying them, and they're doing everything you do. They love everything you're doing. As one person says, they love what you're doing. They just don't like the fact that you're the one doing it. They love it. They just don't like the fact that you are the one who is executing rather, what they want to do. People feel fear in your presence. Why fear? Fear because they can tell, they know you are their replacement. See, people know when they're not doing the best job they can do. And when they can tell there's someone new, uprising, right? There's someone up and coming. They can tell that you are their replacement. You have the potential, you have the skill set, you have the ability. People like you. And they know in their own mind and hearts when you're around, this person is going to replace me. This person is going to get my audience. This person is going to get my job. This person is going to get my person, whatever it may be. They can tell that they are being replaced because they are not doing their best with what they have. And so a lot of people who feel as if they can't be replaced, you're the replacement. Because there's something, there's an assignment, there's a task, a destiny, a destination that the Most High is trying to take people. He wants you to go on. And this person wanted them to go too. They didn't do it. So since they didn't do it, he's going to now use you. You see, the Most High doesn't waste time. He doesn't waste treasure. He doesn't waste talent. Time, talent, treasure. That's what we all have. We all have limited, to be honest, we have a limited, keyword, limited amount of time on earth. None of us know how much that is. We don't know. Limited compared to eternity. Talent, ability, skills, everyone has something. I don't care who you are, everybody has some type of talent. And then you have treasure. That'd be your finances, your resources, your connections, your network, your social currency. There's a lot of treasure in this modern world. Social currency is a treasure. When you have a lot of followers online, that can turn into actual currency. When you have money, investments, property, you're involved in cryptocurrency, business, you work multiple jobs, you're an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you do to get your money, right? We all have treasure on some level, talent on some level, and time. Here's where a lot of us get messed up. A lot of people waste time. I'll tell you one thing, if you waste time, listen to me, there are men and women who don't. And they're going to pass you up. You're wasting time, they reading. They taking courses. They got mentors. They making moves. They're in the gym. They're hustling. While you wasting time, depressed, and now everybody's they taking off. Right? Talent. You got to use your talent. There's a lot of wasted talent on the earth. You can have talent and waste it. So you got to have the courage and the character to use that talent. And let me tell you this: your gift will open doors for you. Your gift will make room for you, but it's going to be your character that's going to keep you there. Let me park right there. You say, man, bro, you're teaching today. Yeah, I'm just teaching, coming from the heart, teaching. I spent about 20 minutes of meditation before this video, so this is what's coming out. Meditate for 20 minutes, and I'm just speaking right from the hip. No notes, no nothing. Right? So let's tap in. I have seen this. Talented people who have the ability, who have the gifts, and their energy rubs people the wrong way. That's the character. In terms of being on time, how you treat people. Character could be something as simple as, for example, cautiousness versus rashness. Cautiousness versus rashness. That's character. Cautiousness is based on Proverbs 19:2. Also for the soul to be without knowledge, it is not good. And he that hates with his feet sins. Okay? So when a person is hasty, that is bad character. A person with character thinks things through. Big bro thinks, somebody say in the comment section, big bro thinks things through. Before I got on YouTube, I thought about it for a while, did some research. I don't want to do nothing really without thinking it through. Nothing that's really like serious, like, business or videos, contents, music, everything. I think it through. Do some research. Okay, what does this entail? That's wise. You don't just jump to stuff. Right? So a wise man and woman will think through what they're going to do. But then again, you have the other extreme is to overthink everything and never do nothing. So you got people at both extremes, right? The person who overanalyzes and never gets nothing done. You got the individual who just jumps out there every time, don't know what they're doing, just keep doing stuff the wrong way. We got to be somewhere in the middle, right? We don't want to be so cautious that we don't do anything, and then we don't want to just be hasty, jump into something, and then end up embarrassing ourselves. And that's something we want to avoid. Let's keep it moving. Real talk. Some people, you come around, let's be real, they feel lust. That lust spirit get a hold of them. You know what I mean? And because of the way you look, whether it be ladies, your beauty, or your body, guys, your physique, the way you carry yourself, you're a tall man, handsome, you got wealth, influence, the way you smell, a number of traits, right, can create this desire with an individual. And there's nothing wrong with having natural desire. That's natural. But there is a problem with lust. Natural desire is you see a beautiful woman and you desire to have a connection with her. There's nothing wrong with that. And the same thing for a woman that sees a handsome man, strong man, she wants to get to know him. That's normal. Okay, nothing wrong with that. We're not talking about that. Lust is when you start plotting. Lust is when you start, lying, manipulating, and trying to sabotage what they got going on just to get your way. That's when you know it's dangerous. When you start doing bogus stuff, basically, to have your way with a person, that's when you've crossed over that line between I'll call it natural desire, and lust. People ask me this question all the time. I can't define it for you. That's something you got to figure out. But there is a difference between natural desire, normal, okay, and a person just jumping out there and being inappropriate. I think we all get that. So in conclusion, as I wrap up this video, this is what they feel in your presence. A number of emotions. It could be jealousy. It could be admiration. It could be lust. It could be natural desire. Sometimes people just feel away in your presence. They feel they feel aggravated, right? They feel a frustration. And sometimes it isn't necessarily you, but it's the demon that is in them or spirits that are irritated by the angelic and godly spirit in you. Your spirit will irritate the demons of other people. That is true. If you walk into a space, let's just be real about this, every person, right? You know how I draw. Every person is a temple. You're a temple either for spirits, the spirit of God, or the spirits of fallen angels. I mean, that's just, I hate this because it sounds wild to say that, but that's really what it is. It's bottom line. So if you come into a building and you got God in you, and a person has a demon in them, or demons plural, this is why they start acting weird when you come around. So you be, you know what I'm saying, minding your business, and they just they'll just say something crazy. You're like, okay, man, where'd that come from? That was weird. That's what that is. In case you're wondering, that's what that weird comment was from. That's what that staring is all about. They be sitting back, just sit back staring. Why are you staring at me? Can I help you? You know what I'm saying? You be wanting to say, can I help you? And you're not staring at me nice. You're sitting back trying to analyze me. You're trying to judge me. You're trying to figure me out. Ain't nothing to figure out. Have a conversation. Sitting there peeking. Don't be sitting there peeking at me. Peeking for like a minute straight. That's weird. If I put my head up, I look up like this and I do it again, you still looking at me and you sitting there looking weird. You feel some type of way. That's what you're showing me. See what I'm saying? That's what's going on. There's some type of energetic exchange without even words being exchanged. So that tells me there's some energy there in that space between you and this person without you even saying a word. And obviously we know that there could be multiple things. It could be they admire you, they like your haircut, they like the way you dress. It could be a lot of things. People sometimes don't know how to say that too. Because sometimes, so let me say this, sometimes people are not hating. They admire something about you, they just don't know how to say it. Right? They want to have a conversation with you, they like you, but they're intimidated. And I've known some people like that with me. Like certain people, they'll watch me for a while. And I notice when I jump out there and have a conversation with them, they open up and they be talking to me for like 15, 20 minutes straight. So that's okay, they wanted to kick with me, they know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't say anything, they never, you know what I'm saying? They never say anything to me. And so some of you are like this. Certain people are watching you because they want to connect with you, but they don't know how. And they're a bit intimidated to do that. So it's okay for you to sometimes jump out there and have a conversation. And then there are times when it's not that, it's just this person, they feel some type of way. Right? So we got to use common sense and discernment to know what's going on. So what am I saying? Every stare isn't the same, obviously. Some stares can be good, and you feel the energy. The energy doesn't lie. When you feel the negative energy, 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. they feel some type of way, and it's not your job to remove that. But it's your job to walk in your purpose, to use your time, to use your talent and your treasures, to continue to develop your character, your conversation, the way you conduct yourself on a daily basis. You understand? All of that. Yes. That's what we got to do. I can control my conversation. I can control what comes out of my mouth. I can't control what comes out your mouth. You can say what you want to say. Well, not to me, but just drop that real quick. But no, say what you want to say. But I can control my words, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? I can control my conversation, the way I conduct myself, my character, right? Convictions. You can't change my convictions. What I think is right or wrong has really nothing to do with you. I have my own. In other words, every man, every woman, by the way, should have some type of compass for your life, some standards you live by, some rules, some principles. You shouldn't be out there just living any kind of way. You gotta have some guidelines for yourself, some type of parameters to keep you out of trouble. You draw. So that's what I got for you today. Thanks for listening to this video. God bless you guys. This is your big bro King Jabez. You know what time it is, gang. Peace.